Quarries, Food and Fuel. Cave and Calcar Quarries. Dillon Scott Funeral Home. Hoosier Hills Credit Union. Hoosier Hardware. In Focus Eye Care. Jeremy Payton, Edward Jones. KFC of Paoli. Orange County REMC and Orange County Fiber. Orange County CASA. The only health and living community. Springs Valley Bank and Trust. Summer Seamless Guttering. Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. Springer Insurance. Team OC Youth Mentoring. Whitfield Investments. And the Orange County Community Foundation. Now, let's head to the action. This is Mix 95.3 WUME, your home for local sports.
Well, the Lady Rams of Paoli, after a couple of snow dates, are back in action tonight as they play host to the Lady Generals of Clarksville High School here at the Auxiliary Gymnasium of Paoli Junior Senior High School. Good evening, everyone. Bert Pettigo, joined tonight by Chris Wainick as we get ready for girls high school basketball here on Mix 95.3. Chris, as we start talking about tonight's ball game, perhaps the biggest influence on it might be the preparation time that both teams have had. Paoli had a couple of snowouts, whereas Clarksville, they were at least in their normal rhythm.
Yeah, and the total records, Clarksville's 3-8, Paoli's 2-6, so that's kind of similar. But like you said, Paoli had a day and a half to get ready for Orleans, and that game got canceled. Then they had the same for Edgewood. They were supposed to play them on Saturday, and that game got canceled. So they've kind of had that same kind of preparation time for this Clarksville game, so we'll kind of see how that plays out for them tonight.
Well, this was a ball game that last year that went down to the wire, a game in which Clarksville was able to get the win. What we'll do, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back and talk a little more specifics about tonight's ball game. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams!
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Once again, back at Paoli Junior Senior High School, where tonight the Lady Rams of Paoli play host to the Lady Generals of Clarksville, as our pregame show sponsored by Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time. As the pregame show continues, we're going to talk a little bit about the matchup tonight between Clarksville and Paoli. They have one common opponent. Both teams, when I talked to the coaches before the game, they were emphasizing rebounding and defense.
Yeah, and that's pretty common with most basketball teams. You know, if you play good defense and you rebound the basketball, you're going to be successful. The one area I think that both teams probably need to look at a little bit too tonight is putting the ball in the basket and making easy shots. And I think a lot of times when you've had, like Paoli's had this, you know, the back and forth and the layoffs and prepping to play and then not being able to play, a lot of times I feel like the concentration goes a little bit on the shots. And that's something they really need to make sure that they're concentrating on tonight. You mentioned that common opponent. That common opponent was Lanesville, and both teams played at Lanesville. Paoli lost a close game to Lanesville, 36-38, and Clarksville lost a very similar game at Lanesville, which actually was their last game they played, and they lost that game 49-46. So pretty similar scores, comparing the two games with Lanesville, and we'll see how that plays out here tonight.
And one bit of a difference between these two ball clubs, as we just look at them out warming up, Clarksville, a little bit bigger. They've got a few girls that have some height to them. So that, of course, will be a concern for Paoli tonight, especially when it comes to the offensive and defensive boards.
Yeah, Paoli's really going to have to do a good job tonight of blocking out and making sure that they're getting a body on somebody when a shot goes up because, as you said, just comparing the two teams from up here on the court, you can definitely see a size advantage for Clarksville, definitely inside. And I know they have a couple of girls that are about 5'10 or 5'11, so Paoli's going to have to do a good job tonight because they're giving up size pretty much at every position, I believe. So they're really going to have to do a good job blocking out.
And one thing that will affect gameplay tonight is the fact that Jada Smith of Paoli will not be playing tonight, so that really changes the rotation as far as starters and then as far as just your rotations during the game.
Right, and any time that you're kind of into the season like Paoli is now, they're 8 games. This is their 9th game into the season. You kind of either by intention or the way it just kind of plays out, you end up with a rotation of players. And Paoli's used to Jada being in the ball game and having to play without her tonight. It'll be interesting to see how the other girls kind of step up and pick up that role.
And that's what Coach Aaron Key had told me before the game. It's not just so much as far as who's starting and who's not. It's the rotations as far as having her in the game at a specific time with another group, and you know what you can do defensively with them, and also on the offensive end, you know what to expect out of those groupings.
Well, and he's going to have to, adjust things as well. I mean, the girls are going to have to adjust on the court, and Aaron's going to have to adjust, from a coaching standpoint, because she's definitely a key cog in the team, and not having her out there tonight will pose some challenges.
Well, the series between these two ball clubs over the last 25 years, that's led by Paoli by a margin of 7-2. You look at coaching comparisons. Amanda Carmichael is in her 6th year at Clarksville, record of 30-97 since she's been there, 90-191 overall, including 1 year when she was the head coach here at Paoli. Aaron Key, of course, in his first year at Paoli, 2-6 overall. As far as last time out, Clarksville, they lost to Lanesville 49-46. Paoli lost to Salem 45-43. Well, your pregame show, sponsored by Team OC, continues in a moment. We'll be taking a look at starting lineups. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Looking to make a difference? Team OC's Youth Mentoring Program is here to help kids in Orange County reach their full potential. Our mission, to expand child's possibilities through a community-wide mentoring program for kids 7 to 17. We provide support, guidance, and a caring adult to lean on. You can be a part of their journey. Become a mentor or make a donation. Join us at 262 West Court Street, Paoli, or visit teamocmentoring.org. Questions? Call Executive Director Priscilla Woodrum at 812-653-0288. Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call today and tell us that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summer's seamless guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Just about ready for tonight's ball game between the homestanding Lady Rams of Paoli and the Lady Generals of Clarksville High School. We'll take a look at starting lineups brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. First off, for the Lady Generals and Coach Amanda Carmichael, they come in with an overall record of 3 wins and 8 losses. They will start this way across the front line with Aaliyah Watts, Michaela Nash, and Kendra White. In the backcourt, Tierra Lewis and Kylie Raggard. The players to watch are Tierra Lewis, 5'6", a junior, averaging 14.3, and Kendra White, the center, 5'11", just a sophomore. She averages 9.3. For the Lady Rams of Paoli and Coach Aaron Key, they will start this way across the front with Kaylin Hannon and Terriana Burkhead. Hannon, 5'7", a sophomore, averages 13 per ball game. Burkhead is 5'6", and a senior, averaging 3.6. The starting backcourt will include Addie Payton, Breeza Zappian, and Maddie Vernon. Payton, 5'5", a junior, averages 4 per game. Zappian, 5'4", and a freshman, averages 2.9, and Vernon, 5'4", and a senior, averages 7.6. Offensively, Paoli scores it at 38 per game, giving up 38 on the defensive end. For Clarksville, the Lady Generals, they score it just a little bit more at 44 per game and give up 46.7 on the defensive end. Your starting lineups tonight, they've been brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. Lady Rams of Paoli, they are in the home whites, trimmed in the purple and the gold. And the Lady Generals of Clarksville, they are in the traveling blacks, trimmed in the gold and the white. And we are ready in the tip controlled by Clarksville. They will start with possession of the basketball. Left side, they work it now back around the right, looks like. Paoli will start off in a 2-3 zone defense. Lewis out front with it. They get it down to White, and as they do, a bump from behind as Burkhead, giving up some size, she gets called for the foul.
Well, that's her first personal and the first on Paoli, but that's something that they're going to have to really watch because they can't afford to get Burkhead in foul trouble tonight.
Clarksville, the inbound to the right of the bucket. They bring it into Lewis back out front, and that's Nash with it in the corner. 3 on the way by Raggard is no good, and the rebound controlled underneath by Paoli. Paoli will get their first crack at the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. To the high post they go to Burkhead. She's surrounded, triple teamed, and tied up. And jump ball is called, and this one will favor Paoli.
That was a really aggressive play that time by Clarksville's defense. It just kind of collapsed on her as she got that ball there at the free throw line.
Vernon will step out of bounds for Paoli, brings it right underneath. There with it is Hannon, and as she goes up, she is bumped and fouled, and will get a chance at the free throw line. And that foul looks like it's going to go on Kendra White.
That was a really nice inbound pass there to Kaylin, and she just went right to the basket and went up strong and was able to draw the foul.
Hannon's first free throw, no good, comes into the game tonight shooting 82% on the year from the line. Hannon's second free throw on the way. That too hard, no good. Rebound, Vernon goes up with it with White of Clarksville. White comes down with it, and Clarksville heads the other way. Into front court, White with it. She's left of the key. Out front to Raggard, swing it around to Lewis on the right wing. Out front to Nash, back out to Raggard, and they'll work patiently around the outside of that Paoli defense. Looks like they've switched up and gone man-to-man on the second possession. Clarksville recognizes, and they run the man-to-man offense. Swing it over to the right side. 3 on the way by Nash is way off the mark, no good. Zappian runs down the rebound for Paoli, and we got a whistle in backcourt, and a double dribble going to be called.
And that's something Paoli can't afford to have tonight is just non-contested turnovers. They have to take care of the basketball.
Stoppage in play right now is Micaiah Nash. She's 5'6" and a junior. She's got some issues with the shoestrings. Going to have to get the double knot back in those. Now she's ready to go, and we're ready as Clarksville will inbound to the left of the Paoli bucket. Stepping out of bounds, Raggard has it, slaps it, lobs it out to Nash at the top of the key. She's going to drive to the right side. Hesitation move. Shot up off the glass is good. She's got her first two of the night for either team, and Clarksville is out in front. Quickly the other way. Zappian, she brings it into front court. Didn't have numbers, backs it out. Now she reverse pivots, gets it down low to Burkhead. Her shot no good. Took a funny bounce off of the rim that time and bounced out off of Nash. It'll stay with Paoli.
That was a really nice look at time by Zappian, and that was what I was talking about in the pregame about you got to make easy shots.
Get it into Hannon right underneath and lays it up and in. Inbounds plays working for Paoli tonight, and we are tied at 2. Now 6:20 and counting in the first quarter of play. That's the time showing on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Shot up in the lane by Lewis, no good. Followed by White is no good. Another attempt by Lewis is no good, and White another follow. Shoot till you're happy trip for Clarksville. 3 offensive boards, and they've got a 4-2 lead. Paoli possession of the basketball, and they bring it across the timeline. Hannon at the center court circle, goes over to Zappian. Zappian brings it to the middle of the court, reverses and passes to Hannon in front of the Clarksville bench. She drives to the baseline, lost it on the way up. Ball hits the baseline, and it will be last touched by Paoli, their first turnover of the night. 5:39 to go in the first quarter. Paoli down 4-2. Clarksville, they've got it. Now they don't. Paoli took it away with full court pressure. Vernon has it, right corner. 3 on the way is too hard, no good. Rebound contested, and White comes down with it. And as she does, one of the Paoli girls reaching in and commits a foul.
It's going to be on Addie Payton. That's her first foul, team second.
Lob it in near the midcourt stripe. White now has it. She's running down the right side of the lane. Shot off the glass, no good. Got her own rebound, put it back up, no good. Rebound taken down by Hannon, and as she comes down with it, she is bumped and fouled, and that will give it to Paoli out of bounds. And you can see the height advantage that Kendra White has for Clarksville. That foul, by the way, was on Watts. That'll be her first and team second. Hannon, she'll run it from the point for now for Paoli. Hands it off to Zappian. She'll angle left, pulls up. 18-footer is good. Just inside the three-point line. And we are tied at 4. 4:55 and counting in the first quarter of play. Ball in backcourt deflected, but Clarksville able to maintain possession as White comes up with it. She passes over to Raggard, now over to Nash. She is left of the key. Nash to the top of the key to Lewis. Lewis, that left-handed dribble, leaves it off for Watts. She's driving baseline, forced the shot. It's no good. Rebound controlled underneath by Payton, and as she was ready to head out of there with it, one of the Clarksville girls was reaching in and fouls her. Looks like that one might be on Kendra White, 42, and it is, and that's a big one for Clarksville.
That's her second. Third team foul.
Paoli, they've got possession of it, length of the court to go. Bit of a gamble here as White stays in with those 2 personal fouls. Tied at 4. Paoli yet to lead. We've had 2 ties so far on the night. Hannon angles over to the right side as Asbell is checked in for Paoli. So has Berger. Berger has it. Tried to fire it back over to Hannon. Hannon was diving on the baseline, and the pass off her shoulder and out of bounds.
It was a good idea there by Gracie. She just threw a little bit too hard.
Paoli falls back to the defensive end. Lewis, she brings it into front court. Gets it to White. White down the lane. Lost it. It's loose on the baseline. Going out of bounds. And last touch by Clarksville. That'll be their first turnover of the night. Paoli especially aggressive defensively. Bring it into Zappian. Zappian works with it in backcourt. Gets away from one. Now across the midcourt stripe down the right side. Zappian in the lane. Pulls up. Free throw line jumper. No good. Lewis goes and gets the rebound for Clarksville. Lewis waits. Traffic clears. Now she'll bring it forward as we go under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. into Watts at the free throw line. Drives down left side of the lane, put up the left-handed shot. It's no good. Rebound contested. Berger wrestles it away from White, but before she can do that, a jump ball is called, and the possession will stay with Clarksville. Raggard steps out of bounds, left of the bucket, lobs it into White. White back out front. She passes to Lewis. Lewis drives in, got to that left-hand layup, and put it up and in.
Got to get in front of her when she goes to drive to the basket. You can't let her get to that left side.
3:23 to go in the first quarter. Clarksville back out in front by 2. It's 6-4 as Paoli brings it to the offensive end. Payton, couple of ball fakes on the right side, back over to Zappian. Zappian drives, spins into the lane, shot up, no good. Asbell went and got the rebound. She's tight roping on the baseline and put a toe on it, and that'll turn it over after the offensive board. Substitution for Paoli, Maddie Vernon will come in, and Zappian will go out. 3:03 to go in the first quarter. Paoli down 6-4. Clarksville, they've got possession of the basketball. In backcourt, Raggard with it, gets it to White in the middle of the court. Over to Nash. Nash drives in, leans in, shot no good. White comes down with the rebound, and as she brings the ball down, Payton reaches in and ties her up. Another jump ball called, and this one will favor Paoli. Substitution for Clarksville as 32, Ava Pendleton, ready to check in. She'll see her first action of the night, and Kendra White will go to the Clarksville bench. The key there, she was able to play with a couple of fouls for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, and she's really aggressive around the basket. She really goes after the offensive rebounds.
Payton across the timeline, passes back out to Vernon. Vernon had the ball knocked away, but Hannon recovers. Now it gets knocked away again. It's loose. Clarksville comes up with it. Long pass ahead to Nash. Nash one-on-one. Her shot no good, but a whistle and a foul. And she will get a chance at the free throw line, as it looks like Maddie Vernon will pick up that foul.
Yeah, that's Maddie's first and the third on the team. That's one of those situations, I think, where if she just was stayed straight up, I don't think she would have got the foul call. You might have gave up the basket, but
Micaiah Nash at the free throw line, just a 27% free throw shooter on the year. The first is up and no good. Fouled in the act, so she'll get a second. Couple of bounces, couple of more. Eyes the bucket. Free throw on the way is up and around and out. No good. Rebound controlled underneath by Gracie Berger of Paoli. Lady Rams wait. They'll bring it forward from there. Hannon passes to Asbell. She's on the left wing. Asbell has used up her dribble, looking for some help. Payton comes out, gets it at the top of the key. Payton, right side to Vernon. Vernon wants the screen from Hannon, gets it, drives it to the baseline. Leaning one-hander is up, no good. Rebound controlled underneath by Clarksville as Nash comes down with the defensive board. Into front court. Driving, kicking, left corner. Three on the way by Watts, no good. Followed by Dixon was no good. And the rebound finally controlled underneath by Paoli. Maddie Vernon with it. She's at the three-point line. Out to Payton. Launches three. Top of the key. No good. Berger with the rebound. Went to the floor. Lost it. And Clarksville's going to come up with the loose basketball. Nash with it. Gets it over to Lewis. Lewis lobs down underneath to Watts. She's open. Missed the easy one. And Berger, strong rebound for Paoli. Outlet pass to Hannon. Hannon had the defense flash at her. She had to hold things up, and now Paoli, with a minute 18 left in the first quarter, will set the offense. Clarksville up 6-4. Paoli possession of the basketball. Asbell, top of the key, works it over to the right side to Payton. They look for Vernon, popping out top of the key. Got it to her. She's open. Three on the way. Too hard. No good. And Watts has the rebound for Clarksville. She waits, hands it off to Raggard. Raggard across the timeline. She's a three-point threat. Pass it to Nash. A heavy collision, and a charge going to be called as Nash bumped into Hannon, knocked her to the floor. The charge is called, and that'll be a turnover against Clarksville.
And that's Nash's first foul, and that's the fourth foul on Clarksville in the quarter.
50 seconds left in the first quarter. Substitutions for Paoli, Burkhead, and Zappian back in as Asbell and Payton go out. Zappian across the timeline, passes to the right side to Hannon. Hannon looks down low, instead gets the screen, drives in, lost it, got it back, Passes over Zappian, driving in and laying it in. Good aggressive move by the freshman. She's got 4 now, and we are tied at 6. Third time that we have been tied so far tonight. 22 seconds left in the quarter. Paoli on the defensive end. Clarksville looks like they want to try to hold 4-1. Down to 15 seconds as Nash dribbles away some time. Back out front, she passes to Lewis. Lewis with the left-handed dribble, drives in, pulls up, 10-footer, no good. Ball kicks out to Raggard. Her shot in the lane, no good. Berger goes in for the rebound, and as the horn sounds, the jump ball was going to be called. I think they're just going to let the quarter end, and that's the way we go to the second quarter of play, tied at 6. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat low-fill insulation system makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat insulation system by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
So 1 quarter in the books. Tightly contested first quarter that finds us tied at 6. We were tied at 2, 4, and 6 along the way. Clarksville, they came out, scored first, and were able to keep Paoli at least from getting a lead in that first quarter of play. Looks like we're going to start second quarter with Clarksville having possession of the basketball. Lewis, she's the lefty that absolutely killed Paoli last year down at Clarksville. She was quiet for the most part in that first quarter of play. She's got it out at the top of the key now. Works over to Nash. Nash in the far corner, double teamed, has used up the dribble, and goes to the floor, and a jump ball going to be called. And this one will favor Paoli, a turnover against Clarksville.
Yeah, in that first quarter, Paoli took 7 shots from 2-point range, and they hit 3 of them for 43%. Clarksville was 3 out of 14 for 21%.
Driving the other way, Burkhead puts up the shot close in, no good, rimmed out on her. And Clarksville another rebound. Right now they're winning the rebounding battle. Raggard on the far side gets it to the top of the key. Back out, Nash passes to Lewis. Now to Nash at the free throw line, splits a double team, lost it on the way up. Ball loose on the floor, still being contested. Berger and Zappian down there with it. Raggard reaches in, ties her up, and this time the jump ball will favor Clarksville.
Well, Breezy got down on the floor after the ball. She just didn't really have anybody to get it to, and everybody just kind of stayed away from her. They need to go to her whenever she's on the floor like that with the ball.
Lob it out front to Lewis. Lewis drives in, leans in, shot off the glass is no good. Berger, quick rebound for Paoli. Out they go to Vernon down the far sideline, handed off to Hannon. Lewis reaching again, or Watts rather, reaching in, takes it away. Now she's driving the other way, went to the bucket, put it up no good, but a whistle and a foul, and she will go to the free throw line. All kinds of Paoli girls there. We'll have to wait and see who they call that foul on.
That's Terriana's Burkhead. That's her second foul. First of the quarter, but I believe she's probably going to come out of here.
Watts at the free throw line.
Maybe not.
Her free throw up and no good. Yep, substitution. Payton comes in, and Burkhead will go to the Paoli bench. One thing about this Clarksville Lady Generals team is they do not shoot free throws well as a team at just 48%. Second free throw up, that's no good as well. Rebound taken down underneath by Lewis, and as she came down with it, tried to put a dribble down, actually dribbled it out of bounds off of her knee. That'll give it over to Paoli. Now they've got Vernon trapped in the far corner, and she's lucky that there was a deflection out of bounds because she was in a world of hurt.
Yeah, she got that ball up over the top of her head and really didn't have anywhere to go with it at all.
Bringing it in to front court to Peyton. Peyton in front of the Clarksville bench, dribbles down, gets the pass off to Berger, shot up in traffic, good, count it, and a chance for a three-point play as Gracie just kind of muscled one up. That foul on Clarksville.
It'll be Pendleton. That's her first.
Okay. So that's 3 fouls total on the starting center, or the two centers for Clarksville, and looks like they're going to bring White back in with those 2 fouls. Berger at the line, ready for the free throw. It's on the way, and she banks it in. I was about to say too hard and no good, but it was so bad it was good.
I think she intended to do that. I think that was what that looked like.
We'll take it. We'll take it. All right, Clarksville trailing for the first time tonight, trailing by 3. They've got the basketball. Now they don't. Deflection as Hannon deflected it, and Peyton comes up with the loose basketball. Into front court to Vernon. Back out to Peyton to Zappian at the top of the key as they face that Clarksville zone defense. It's a 3-2 across the top that flattens out as the ball goes to the wing. Vernon, top of the key, angles over to Hannon. Hannon to Vernon back out front. They work around the outside. Vernon thought about that long 3, instead goes to Peyton. Peyton's pass deflected, but Vernon recovers it. Peyton with it again in that far corner. They get it now, high post to Hannon. Out to Zappian. Zappian brings it in. 15-foot jump shot up and good.
Nice.
Found a hole in that defense, and Paoli now has scored 7 straight and lead it 11-6. At the free throw line, jumper on the way by Nash is way off the mark, no good. Fight for the rebound, and a whistle and a foul, and who is it going to be on? It looks like it may be going against Clarksville, as I think Raggard was the one caught reaching in.
That's her first and the team's second of the quarter.
Paoli looks to build on a 5-point lead. They get it into front court to Peyton. Peyton drives in, lobs it down to Berger. Berger is bumped to the floor and fouled, and that will be on Tierra Lewis, 11 in black. That's just a good job of getting it down court quick.
Yeah, and that was a really nice catch by Berger that time.
Vernon steps out of bounds. She'll do the honors for Paoli. Gets it in to Hannon, out to Zappi, and over to Vernon. 3, right corner, good!
Nice.
Just like you draw it up. She's got 3 more, and it's a 14-6 Paoli lead now, an 8-point advantage for the Lady Rams. Quickly the other way as Nash drives down the lane. We had contact and a foul called, and this one goes against the Paoli.
That one's on Breeza. That's her first, the team's second of the quarter. That's just one of those you really can't afford to have, just kind of reaching in, just move your feet.
Nash goes back to Raggard in the far corner for Clarksville. Out front, 3 on the way by Lewis is no good. Rebound contested. Vernon finally runs it down for Paoli. Across the timeline, leaves it off for Hannon at the 3-point line. Back out to Vernon. Vernon directing traffic out front. Zappian comes to get it, and they'll set against that man-to-man this trip. Right side, Peyton with it. Over to Hannon in the right corner, out to Zappian. To Peyton, right corner. She'll try a 3, no good. But Vernon there for the offensive board. Gets it back out front to Peyton. Peyton had it knocked away for a second, but now retrieves. She gets it out to Zappian. Zappian being hounded out there by Lewis. Ball was knocked in the back court, and as Peyton came back to help with getting the ball across, she was bumped by Nash, and a foul is called there.
Yeah, that's her second foul, and that's the 4th of the quarter. So with a little over 4 minutes to go, the next foul that Clarksville commits is going to put Paoli at the free throw line for the rest of the quarter.
4:24 to go in the second quarter. Paoli on top right now, 14-6, and with possession of the basketball. Out front, Zappian. She's got it. Angles over to the left, now back to the right. Lewis guarding her tightly. Zappian got away from her. Put the shot up right side, no good. Rebound controlled underneath by Clarksville. Quickly into front court. There's Watts with it. Brings it back out to Lewis. Lewis back to Watts as they work around the outside of Paoli's own defense. Watts over to Lewis. Lewis right of the key, down to Nash. Nash goes in, Shot up, no good, but a whistle and a foul, and she's going to get a chance at the free throw line.
That's Kaylin's first foul, the team's third foul of the quarter, but I kind of thought that Nash might have lowered her shoulder a little bit there.
Nash back to the line, shooting two, first up and no good. Like I say, this Clarksville team has some issues at the free throw line. Nash is one of them, shooting just, making basically one out of every four. Nash, her second free throw. It's now on the way, and that one rimmed out on her. Rebound underneath White. Got inside of Berger, got good rebounding position, came down with it, and was fouled, and looks like Gracie may be the one picking that one up.
And that's Bailey's fourth foul of the quarter, so
White
fouling going on.
Yep. White now at the free throw line. First up and good. White, 44% free throw shooter on the year. Makes the first. She'll get the second. Looks like Asbell checked back in for Paoli. White's second free throw. It's up and no good. Rebound contested. It's going out of bounds. Last touched by Dixon of Clarksville. She checked in at that last break, so the ball will stay with Paoli. Paoli, length of the court to go. Clarksville, they're going to match up man-to-man this trip. They've switched between that 3-2 and the man-to-man. Hannon with it, brings it out to the top of the key to Zappian. Zappian back left. She's going to pull up, 10-footer partially deflected. It's going out of bounds, and last touched by White of Clarksville. It'll stay with Paoli. Vernon will step out of bounds to do the honors for Paoli. Has it, slaps it, looks. Brings it into Hannon in the corner. A long two on the way is good. Had a toe on the line. Otherwise, it was close enough for a three, and that makes it now a 16-7 Paoli lead. 3:25 to go in the first half. Paoli's biggest lead of the night. They get it in to Lewis. Lewis has lost her footing, and a late whistle, but maybe a correct one as she got tripped and knocked to the floor. See who it is they want to put that foul on. Asbell was in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's going to be Sunday's first, but that's going to put Clarksville in the bonus for the last 3:18 of the second quarter.
16-7 the score. Paoli on top on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. First free throw by Lewis is no good. Too hard off the back rim. Fouled in the act. She gets another. Eyes the bucket. Free throw on the way is good. Got one of the two, and that'll make it a 16-8 ball game in favor of Paoli. So far, Clarksville in this quarter, just a couple of made free throws. Those are their only points. Vernon across the timeline for Paoli. Hands it off to Hannon. Hannon right side to Asbell. Asbell out front to Zappian. They work around the outside of that man-to-man. Zappian, hesitation move, can't get away from Lewis. Ball is deflected into backcourt. Zappian goes and gets it, brings it across the timeline. Good screen set by Hannon. She got off of it, and now the ball knocked away as Nash took it away. Quickly into front court. They get it to White, and Hannon takes it right back away from her. The two teams exchange turnovers. Zappian going the other way, runs to the bucket. Shot no good. Hannon, the rebound, and she is bumped as she tried to pass back out front. And that will keep it with Paoli, and they will now get a chance at the free throw line. Who it is they want to put that foul, that's going to be on Watts.
Yeah, that's her second. So Clarksville's got three starters right now with two fouls.
Hannon, free throw on the way for Paoli is no good. Percentage-wise, she's the best free throw shooter on the year for Paoli, making 82% on the year. Missed the first, she'll get a second. Hannon eyes the bucket. Free throw on the way is up and good. So she got one of two, make it now a 17-8 score in favor of Paoli. Clarksville, possession of the basketball. Watts across the timeline, gets it out to Nash. Nash, couple of bounces. Now she's used up the dribble. Back over she goes to Watts. Watts to Nash as they play pitch and catch with it out front. Ball over to Watts. It's deflected. It's loose on the floor going into backcourt and going out of bounds. And they say last touch by Paoli. Paoli folks did not like it. The official, did he just point the wrong way? Yeah, he says now it'll go over to Paoli, and that'll be a turnover against Clarksville.
We'll get a call for an instant replay on that.
It was close. All right, Vernon. She will step out of bounds, brings it into Peyton near the midcourt stripe for Paoli. Peyton angles over to the right side, and she traveled. Defense got into the passing lanes there. Just 4 turnovers against Paoli, doing a pretty good job there. Zappian, she's going to check back into the ball game, and Sunday Asbell will go out for Paoli. 2:06 to go in the first half. Paoli's out in front, 17-8 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Into front court, Nash with it. Over to Watts. Now she goes over to Lewis. Spots up. Long 2 on the way is up and good. Kept her from driving, but gave up the open jump shot, which she easily knocked down that time.
Yeah, she was wide open that time. That was just a spot up and shoot.
17-10 the score. Paoli up by 7 with the basketball. Left side, Peyton open for a 3. It's no good. High kick out of there. Zappian with the rebound. Her shot blocked, and White comes down with the rebound for Clarksville. Clarksville heads the other way with it. Nash into front court. Stops, pops, and knocks it down. That's a quick 4 for Clarksville. They're back within 5 now at 17-12 with minute 15 left in the first half. Vernon passes out to Hannon. She'll try a 3 that's no good. Berger went up for the rebound. She and White tie it up, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Is this one going on against Paoli? It is, as Berger, they say, came over the back.
And that's Gracie's second foul.
Seems like everybody in the game's got 2 fouls.
It's getting that way.
Then now they're switching back. Where are we going? He's signaled 42 instead of 24. And the 42 is White of Clarksville.
That's a big foul right there.
Yeah, everybody, all 10 players were headed to our left, back to the Clarksville end like they were going to shoot free throws. Then all of a sudden, the official says, no, we're down here. We called that on black. And Paoli, bit of a break there. All right, Gracie Berger to the free throw line. First on the way is up and good. Make it an 18-12 lead for Paoli as Berger knocks down the first. Substitution. White still in there with those 3 fouls. This is a big gamble with a minute 7 left in the first half by Clarksville.
If Paoli gets the ball back, they really need to try to go inside and get something out. Looks like they're putting Pendleton in here.
Berger's second free throw no good, so they don't get a chance to sub. And White will have to play with those 3 fouls for now. Minute to go as Clarksville brings it across the timeline. Nash has it. She's at the volleyball spike line. Raggard gets it down to White. She drives in and lays it up and in. Got it down to her. She took advantage of it. Was wide open. Make it now an 18-14 ball game in favor of Paoli. Lady Rams, they've got possession of the basketball. Hannon across the timeline. Has used up the dribble. Her pass out front, picked off by Lewis. Lewis drives it the other way. Got to the baseline, shot up. No good. Wasn't going to count anyway as they call the charge. Lewis is guilty of it. So the 2 teams basically exchange turnovers. Lewis gets the harm, though, with her second personal foul.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Breeza. I'm not sure if she was still moving or not, but the referee thought she wasn't, so that's all that matters.
31 seconds to go in the half. Paoli up by 4 with the basketball. Clarksville pressuring. Paoli gets it across the timeline. Peyton now. She's used up the dribble. Her pass is intercepted. Turnover against Paoli. They're 6. Quickly to Nash. Nash into front court. Nice jump stop down low. Puts it up and in. Turnover to an easy 2. Make it now an 18-16 ball game, and we've got contact in backcourt. And this will be a block called on Raggard of Clarksville. And Paoli's going to get a chance at the free throw line.
And that's Raggard's second foul.
And Coach Amanda Carmichael of Clarksville not happy with this one official. He had both the charge against Clarksville and the block called against Clarksville. All right, get everybody situated on the lane. Zappian will step up there to shoot free throws, just 25% on the season so far. Free throw number 1 on the way is too hard, no good. Score stays at 18-16. Paoli on top, but Clarksville has closed this quarter with a rush. Zappian, second free throw. It's on the way, and that one too hard as well. And the rebound controlled underneath by Pendleton of Clarksville. Pass it to Nash, down to 5 seconds, to 4. Raggard will launch three. It's no good. Ball loose in the lane, and that's the way the first half will come to an end. Paoli led big early in the second quarter, but finds themselves ahead by only 2 here at the break at 18-16. We'll take a break, come back, start talking about first half action. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Well, 2 quarters in the books. Lady Rams of Paoli built as much as a 9-point lead in that first half, but have to settle for a 2-point advantage here at the half at 18-16. We begin the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Whitfield Investments, give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how West can help you stay on track with your goals now and in the future. Looking back at first half action, we had 3 ties and 1 lead change. The first quarter was basically a quarter of you score, I score, you score, I score. Clarksville scored first. They led 2-0. Paoli responded, tied it at 2. Clarksville went up by a score of 4-2 before Paoli was able to come back a minute or so later and tie it at 4. And then the 2 teams wound up tied at 6 at the end of that first quarter of play. Paoli got the last 2 of the first quarter, and then they came out and scored the first 10 points of the second quarter of play. So it actually turned out to be a 12-0 run as Paoli went from tied at 6 after 1 quarter to leading it at 16-6. That was about midway through that second quarter of play. Clarksville, at that point in time, all they were getting were free throw opportunities. Weren't getting any shots to fall. Clarksville, after trailing 16-6, they made 1 of 2 free throws, got back within 9 at 16-7. Paoli lengthened that lead out again to 9 at 17-8 before Clarksville closed strong, outscoring Paoli 8-1 down the final 3 minutes of that first half of play. That got Clarksville back within 2 at 18-16 after 2 quarters of play. Rebounding battle, that is being won by Clarksville right now, the much bigger of the 2 ball clubs. They are out-rebounding Paoli 17-14. Turnovers, Paoli taking good care of the basketball so far tonight. The Lady Rams with 6 turnovers on the night as compared to 9 for Clarksville. Well, right now, we've got an 18-16 ball game. Paoli on top by 2. We'll take a break, and when the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues, we'll be taking a look at some of the individual and team stats from first half action. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Well, we are at the half. The Whitfield Investments halftime report continues, and we are ready to take a look at some of the team and individual totals from first half action.
All right, shooting-wise in the first half, in the first quarter, Paoli was 3 out of 7 from two-point range for 43%. They were 0 for 3 from three-point range and 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Clarksville in that first quarter put up 14 shots, but they only hit 3 of them for 21%. And they were also 0 for 3 from three-point range and 0 for 2 at the line. In the second quarter, Paoli was 3 out of 8 from two-point range for 38%. They were 1 out of 4 from three-point range. That 1-3 coming from Maddie Vernon on that inbounds play. That was a really nice play down there for 25%. And then at the free throw line, Paoli was 3 out of 7 for 43%. So the totals for the first half, Paoli shot 6 out of 15 from two-point range for 40%. They were 1 out of 7 from three-point range for 14%, and 3 out of 9 at the free throw line for 33%. On the other side for Clarksville, they were 7 out of 20 in the first half for 35%. They were 0 for 5 from three-point range, and they were 2 out of 10 at the free throw line. So as Bert pointed out several times, they're not a very good free throw shooting team, and they left a lot of points out there in the first half. Leading scorer for Paoli in the first half is Breeza Zappian. She had 6 points, 4 in the first quarter and 2 in the second. Kaylin Hannon come in with 5 points. She had 2 in the first and 3 in the second. Gracie Berger had a nice second quarter there. She had 4 points. And Maddie Vernon hit that 3 for 3 points. On the other side for Clarksville, their leading scorer is Micaiah Nash. She had 6 points. She had 2 in the first quarter and 4 in the second. Kendra White and Tiara Lewis both had 5 points in the first half. They both actually had 2 points in the first quarter and 3 points in the second quarter. So balanced scoring, I guess. They're getting their scoring out of 3 players. Paoli's getting their scoring out of 4 players. So the second half, Paoli's got to do a better job of blocking out down low. That first quarter, Clarksville got, as I said, they shot 14 shots. They shot 14 two-point field goals. And a lot of those were off of offensive rebounds. And if they could, I mean, they've got Kendra White. She's got 3 fouls right now. If they can pick up that 4th foul quick in this third quarter, I think that'll go a long way because she's very aggressive on the offensive end going after offensive rebounds.
Just about ready for second half action. We are at a point, 18-16, a 2-point lead for Paoli as we get ready for third quarter action. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summer's seamless guttering. your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7, or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
Just about ready for second half action. About the only thing we haven't touched on is the foul situation in Clarksville. They've got some concerns.
Yeah, Kendra White had 3 fouls in that first half, and every starter on their team also had 2 fouls.
And they are not a deep team. Paoli begins second half possession of the basketball. Nice backdoor pass. Hannon to Zappian, and she puts it up and in. And Paoli bumps that lead up quickly to 4 at 20-16. Just underway in the second half here at Paoli. Out front, Nash dribbling away some time, looks for Lewis, got it to her at the high post, lobs it down to Watts. Watts passed back into White, got away from her, but recovered by Raggard. Back into White. She tried to spin to the bucket, had the ball taken away. Racing ahead of the pack is Vernon. She will drive under. Mo missed the layup, wouldn't fall for her. Rebound is loose. It kicks free to the three-point line. Still loose. Being rustled for, and finally Nash will put a handle on it for Clarksville across the way. Down low, they try to get it to White. Ball too high and over her intended recipient, and it goes out of bounds, and that'll turn it over again. Clarksville with a couple of quick turnovers to start the second half. About a minute into the third quarter, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard showing Paoli up 20-16. Vernon out front, angles over to the right side, gets it to Hannon. Hannon on the baseline, skips it over to Payton. Out of the corner, a three is on the way, no good. And the rebound, loose. Watts goes down with it. Hannon reaches in, ties her up, and a jump ball called. This one will favor Clarksville, and both teams have come out energized to start the second half.
Very aggressive on both ends.
All right, Clarksville gets the alternating possession. Nash, she will bring it across the timeline, gets it to Lewis. Lewis over to White at the three-point line. That's where Paoli would like her to spend the most part of the night. Now White cutting in, driving to the bucket. She's got it and puts it up and in.
That was a nice shot.
Just too big for Paoli to handle. 20-18 the score. Back to a two-point ball game in favor of Paoli. Lady Rams, they've got possession of it. Ball deflected in front court. Vernon goes to get it. She's on the far sideline. Dribbles it to the corner. Back out to Hannon. Hannon has used up her dribble. Gets it down low to Burkhead. Burkhead shot no good. Rebound loose, going out of bounds, and they say last touched by Clarksville. It'll stay with Paoli.
Well, they did a nice job that time getting the ball down there to Burkhead, and she went at White pretty strong, but White did a really nice job of just getting her hands straight up and not fouling.
Hannon gets it into Burkhead, gets it right back. And now Hannon will set the offense. Hannon angles left. Now she's used up the dribble. She's double-teamed. Fires it back out to Vernon. Open for a three. That's short. No good. Rebound. Watts has it for Clarksville. Outlet pass to Lewis. Lewis lost it as she got to the midcourt stripe. Recovers. Now she's driving in. Leans in. Shot no good. But a whistle and a foul. And Burkhead, who was coming over to help defensively, she's going to be stuck with the foul.
That's going to be her third. So now Paoli's got somebody with 3 fouls.
That with 5:31 to go in the third quarter of play. Again, we're going to wait on Nash. I think she tied the right shoe in the first half. She's tying the left shoe in the second half. They'll wait for her to get that done before we get up and shoot free throws. Tierra Lewis, 5'6" and a junior, averaging 14 points per game, 63% free throw shooter. She's up there to shoot. 2 for Clarksville. Shot up and no good. Too hard off the back rim. Burkhead with those 3 fouls. She's going to go out, and Gracie Berger, who played well in the second quarter, she checks back in. Lewis ready at the free throw line. The second one on the way. That one is up and good. So she got 1 of 2. Make it now a 20-19 Paoli advantage as we get ready, and Paoli to bring it into front court. Vernon angles over. He passes to Peyton, left side, along 2, or no, yeah, one official said 2, the other said 3. They're going to count it as a 2. And Peyton gets that one to go up and in, make it a 22-19 score in favor of Paoli. Left side, there with it is Raggard. Raggard gets it to Watts, back out front. She passes to Lewis. Lewis puts the ball on the hip, now tries to drive, can't get through. Passes back out front to Nash, and they'll set again in that half-court offense as Paoli sets in their half-court defense. Left side, Lewis driving in, leaning in, shot no good, ball out of bounds. Last touched by White of Clarksville. That'll give it to Paoli on the out of bounds.
Addie Payton's done a really nice job the last couple of times down the floor of getting in front of Lewis and not letting her drive. She wanted to a couple of times on that possession, and she just wasn't able to do that.
4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Paoli up by 3 with possession of the basketball. Hannon driving to the bucket. Shot up no good. Ball loose, and Nash corrals it for Clarksville. Clarksville went hard to the boards that time. Get it into Lewis, driving in, leaning in. Shot no good, but she is bumped and fouled and will go to the free throw line, and that's what she did last year in this ball game. Just started driving with that left-hand dribble. That foul whistled on Berger of Paoli.
That's her second foul.
Lewis ready at the line again. Free throw up and good. Made 1 of 2 the last trip. Well, she's got 1 this trip. Gets Clarksville back within 2 at 22-20. That's the score on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Lewis, second free throw. It's on the way. Too hard. No good. Long kick out of there. The Zappian runs down in the far corner. Zappian quickly into front court to Vernon. Down low, they go to Berger. Her shot off the glass, no good. Rebound, White has it for Clarksville. 1 and done for Paoli. Ahead to Raggard. She'll try a long 3. That's no good. Ball kicks way out of there, and Watts runs it down. She had it deflected. Ball loose on the floor. Lewis comes up with it. She's driving in and put it up and in off the glass. And a quick timeout going to be taken by Coach Aaron Key of Paoli as Clarksville has come back to tie it at 22. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
This is Craig Boozy, President and CEO of Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company. As this year comes to a close, we celebrate what matters most, our customers, communities, and neighbors. At Springs Valley, banking is about building relationships and helping you achieve your financial goals. Thank you for trusting us to be part of your journey. From all of us at Springs Valley Bank and Trust, we wish you a joyful holiday season and a new year full of success and opportunity. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, 3:50 to go in the third quarter. Clarksville has come back to tie it at 22, and I think it's just the defense that is helping them get back in it.
Yeah, Paoli's missed some easy shots around the basket, but Clarksville's defense has really picked up, I feel like, here in the second half.
All right, Paoli took the timeout. They'll bring it into the offensive end. Hannon races it to the baseline, reverses, now spins to the baseline again. Shot up, no good. Rebound loose, going out of bounds, and they say last touched by Clarksville. It'll stay with Paoli. Paoli had a couple of inbounds plays, really worked well in that first half. See if they can call on another one here. Vernon steps out of bounds. She'll do the honors. Has it, slaps it, brings it into Zappian. Zappian driving in, leaning in, shot blocked, but she is knocked to the floor. A whistle and a foul, and she will get a chance at the free throw line.
And that's a big one. That's Lewis's third foul. So if they can get another one on her here, that'll really help things.
All right. Zappian to the free throw line. Shot up and good. Got the first. Mentioned in the first half when she went up there is just 25% on the year. She really needs to get that percentage going upward. Zappian, second free throw. It's on the way, and that one too hard. No good. She got one of two, and Paoli leads it by one at 23-22. Clarksville quickly the other way. Lewis running to the bucket. Put it up on the run. No good. White, their offensive rebound, puts it back up and in. And Clarksville back out in front as we're now at 24-23. Clarksville on top. Into front court. Hannon with it. Hannon spins to the right side. Lost it. Got it back. Got it over to Vernon, whose three is up and good. Vernon stepped in, knocked it down. Paoli back out in front, 26-24. Nash quickly the other way. She'll try a three and knock it down. The two teams exchange threes, and just like that, Clarksville back out in front by one, 27-26. Clarksville extends full court pressure. Vernon comes back to help with it, gets it across the timeline, angles to the right, brings it back out front to Zappian. Zappian. She'll put down the dribble, got in the lane, leans in, shot up no good, got her own rebound. She's trapped on the baseline, pass back out. Vernon, her shot up, no good. Ball hit the floor, and Lewis comes up with the offensive board for Clarksville. Lewis ahead to Raggard. Raggard kicks it out to Watts to Lewis. Lewis thought about that three, didn't pull the trigger. Now she looks for the drive. Instead over to Nash. Nash lines up a three, way off the mark, no good. And the rebound controlled by Vernon of Paoli. 2:05 to go in the third quarter. Paoli down one with the basketball. Into front court. Payton with it. Tried to bounce down low to Berger, but Nash was there to knock it out of bounds. Get that thing retrieved. I think that was one of the key girls that went under the bleachers to go get it. Vernon. She's ready to bring it in for Paoli. Has it, slaps it, looks in. Can't find anybody. 5 count on. Finally gets it into Hannon. Hannon had it knocked away, but recovers. Out to Payton. Open for a three. That's good. Addie Payton steps in, knocks one down. Paoli counters with another three and lead it 29-27. That's our fourth lead change of this quarter. Into front court. Watts has it for Clarksville. She's in the far corner. They get it to Nash in the lane. Shot up in traffic. No good. Hannon goes to get it. Saves it in bounds, but White comes up with it. Out to Lewis for a three. That's way off the mark. No good. Payton, the rebound for Paoli. Lady Rams run the other way. Hannon down the lane. Pitches out to Zappian. Driving in. Lays it up. No good. Ball loose on the baseline, and we're going to have a reach-in foul as Hannon reached in on Lewis and fouled her. Good opportunity, though, for Paoli.
Yeah, that's Caitlin's second foul. It's the team's third foul in the quarter. That was a case there, I think, with Breezy, where she just got in too big a hurry on that. She had open lane to the basket. She had about one more dribble off the backboard.
Minute 5 to go in the third quarter. Clarksville, possession of it. They get it in the lane to Nash. Powers her way to the bucket. Shot no good, and that's another quick foul on Hannon. And that has added up in a hurry against Paoli.
Yeah, that's her third foul, the fourth foul on the team in the quarter.
And it is a shooting violation, so Micaiah Nash, 5'6", junior, she steps up there to shoot free throws. First on the way, bounce again, and bounce off. Finally, that thing, it hit the back rim, went straight up. Looked like it was going to come straight back down through and actually bounced off to the left. Nash now ready for the second. It's on the way and too hard off the back rim. No good. Long kick out of there. Ball loose on the floor. White's down there with it for Clarksville. And a quick timeout taken as Coach Amanda Carmichael will save that possession. 29-27, Paoli up by 2. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
When you're a member at Hoosier Hills Credit Union, something feels different.
I don't feel like a customer, I feel like a valued member.
Because here, it's not just banking, it's service, care, and community.
The difference with Hoosier Hills is real people who genuinely care.
When others just saw numbers, Hoosier Hills saw me.
Here, it's not a transaction, it's a relationship. It's not just banking, it's belonging. Hoosier Hills Credit Union. Belong to something more. Visit HoosierHills.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you suffer the loss of a loved one, you can count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli. They have a 55-year history of serving the needs of families in Orange and surrounding counties. They provide only the best professional services in the most compassionate manner to care for you during this difficult time. You can always count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home, as generations of families have done for many years. Call 812-723-2276 today. We're here when you need us the most. Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli.
Well, just 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Started early, varsity only tonight here at Paoli, as Paoli, the Lady Rams, hosting the Lady Generals of Clarksville, and Paoli's out in front, 29-27. Clarksville took the timeout. They've got the ball in play. They get it down low to White. White just going to muscle her way in, and Berger made her face the shot and came down with the rebound. Gracie Berger, a good defensive stop there. Paoli with the basketball into front court. Hannon with it, back out to Vernon. See if Paoli wants to think about holding for one with 35 seconds left in the quarter. Vernon out front has used up the dribble, gets it to Hannon, looks back door to Zappian, got it down low to Berger, fans it out, as Payton is open for a long two that's no good, well short, and Watts runs down the rebound for Clarksville. She waits, now will bring it forward herself, down to 17 seconds to go in the quarter. Raggard launches a long three that's no good. Watts the rebound and had it taken away by Payton. Payton leads the 2-on-1. She drives in, shot on the run, no good. Rebound loose in the lane. It got away from Watts. Paoli gets it back to Hannon. Shot up, no good, just before the buzzer. And let's see, are they going to count the foul? I believe they will, and that will put Hannon at the free throw line to shoot two with no time showing here in the third quarter. But Kaylin Hannon came up with that loose basketball, and now she gets a chance at the line, nobody around her. Free throw number one on the way is up and good. Make it now a 30-27 lead for Paoli, as they've withstood all these runs by Clarksville. Second one, it's up and good as well. Got them both, and Paoli ends with two free throws at the end of the quarter and lead it 31-27. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7, or swing by Paoli, where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
Well, this so far has been an entertaining ball game. 31-27 is your score. Paoli leads Clarksville as we go to fourth quarter action. Clarksville led most of the first quarter, had several ties. Paoli led most of the second quarter. And then in the third quarter, we had lead changes, 4 lead changes, and a tie in that quarter alone. Paoli begins the fourth quarter with possession of it, and now they've lost it. Clarksville comes up with it. Lewis has it. She drives in. Is it up and in? Quick two out of the quarter break for Clarksville, and they're back within two at 31-29. Vernon across the timeline for Paoli. Fumbles it for a second, gets it back. Now over to Payton. Payton can't get through on the baseline, leaves it off for Hannon. Hannon looks down for Berger, got it to her, turns and looped it up and in. Kind of an up and under kind of move around White, who could not foul her. And Gracie Berger, a big two there for Paoli. Paoli back out on top, 33-29. About a minute into the fourth quarter. Down low, they get it to Watts. Lost it, shot up, no good. Got her own rebound, put it up, no good. Paoli the rebound as Payton runs it down in the far corner. She waits, traffic clears, get it to Vernon. Vernon across the timeline, goes right side to Payton, works off of the screen. has used up her dribble, gets it over to Vernon. Open, three on the way, no good, just a little short. Rebound controlled underneath by Clarksville as Raggart came down with it. Nash now driving into the lane. We've got bumping and a foul. And Brisa Zappian, she's given up the size to everybody. She tried to get in the way and did, and wound up getting called for a block.
She got the foul call on that and still was worse for wear.
Yep, took the worst of it. That foul on Zappian, her second. First on Paoli as a team here in the quarter. Nash ready at the free throw line. She's been there a bunch tonight. Free throw on the way is good. Has missed the majority of them, I believe, but made that one.
It's actually the first free throw she's made tonight.
33-30 the score. Paoli on top by three. As Nash back to the line. Second free throw. That's too hard, no good. Rebound. White took it away from Berger. Her shot no good. Watt's got another shot no good. White, another third try is no good. And finally, Hannon comes out of there with the rebound for Paoli. Quickly into front court. Zappian now with it. She's on the left side. Double team. Pass it back out front to Payton. Now to Hannon. And Paoli sets the offense. Hannon driving in, bumping, bodies on the floor, no call. Shot up by Hannon is no good, and the rebound, Clarksville's got it. They run the other way. Got it to Raggart. Raggart in the lane to White. White close in, shot up off the glass, and good. 33-32 the score. Paoli on top by one with possession of the basketball. Vernon across the timeline, leaves it off for Berger. Berger back out front to Hannon to Zappian. Zappian, 10-footer left side off the glass is no good. And the rebound controlled underneath by Clarksville, and they are starting to take control of the boards. Raggart in front court with it. Back out to Lewis. Lobs it down for White. White gets it in traffic, and did she travel? No. They say she was knocked off balance, and a couple of Paoli girls were there. Who's going to get the foul? Wait and see when it goes up on the board.
Maddie Vernon second.
Yep.
Team second, but it looked like White got away with the travel that time.
White at the free throw line. Shot up and no good. White averaging nearly a double-double. We know she's got double figures in rebounds, and she gets 9.3 points per ball game. Second free throw, it's on the way. That looks good. It is. And that will tie us at 33 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, our second tie of the second half. 5:25 to go in the ball game. Hannon leaves it off for Vernon. Vernon, as they work that weave out at the top of the key. Leave it off for Zappian. Now to Hannon. Hannon looks for the backdoor cut. Nobody's open. Now she passes over to Payton. Payton on the right wing. Out front to Zappian, spins to the lane, lost it for a second. It's knocked away, it's loose on the floor, and a travel going to be called as Raggart came up with it. Never really had possession, and that's what has Coach Amanda Carmichael incensed on the Clarksville bench. So the two teams basically exchange possession and turnovers, and now Paoli with it out of bounds. Bring it into Berger, right back to Vernon. Vernon gets away from Raggart momentarily, leaves it off for Zappian. Zappian drives it to the right wing, pulls up, jumper on the way is no good. Hannon the rebound. She had the pass deflected, and a nice save inbounds by Watts that time. And Clarksville runs the other way. Pass ahead intended for White, going off her fingertips and out of bounds. And Clarksville will turn it right back over. 4:43 to go in the ball game, tied at 33. Paoli, for the most part, has led since the first quarter. Tied right now, and Paoli with possession of the basketball. They'll bring it across the timeline. Vernon now with it. Clarksville has switched to the man-to-man, and I think that's been their best defense so far tonight. Vernon angles to the right side, drives it to the baseline. She was looking for that baseline pass, and just as she was about to throw it, she got bumped by Raggart. And the foul is called.
It's going to be Raggart's third foul and the first on the team.
The fouls were really piling up in Clarksville on the first half, but not so much in the second. Paoli may inbound, bring it into Hannon, back to Vernon, open for a three, good! Got her wide open on that screen on the out of bounds, And Paoli back out in front, 36-33, as Vernon knocks down another long jumper. Out front. They get it to Nash. Nash, right side, Raggard. She'll try a three. That's no good. Rebound, Watts underneath. She turns to the lane, put it up, no good. White got it back, and as she went up for the shot, she was bumped and fouled, and she is just too tall for the Paoli girls. Every bit of 6 foot. The tallest Paoli girl is at 5'9".
And that's a big foul on Paoli. That's Kaylin Hannon's fourth foul, so that's a really big foul.
Free throw by White is way off the mark, no good. Hannon with those fouls is going to have to come out of the ball game for a bit. Still 3:57 to go in the fourth quarter on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Paoli right now up by 3. Clarksville at the free throw line. White ready for her second. It's up and it's spun out on her. Rebound loose. Berger runs it down for Paoli, and they got her in a trap. And a quick timeout taken by Coach Aaron Key. We'll take a break also. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams.
Well, 3:54 left in the ball game. 36-33 the score. Paoli on top. And let's start talking strategy. What do we want to see from Paoli?
Well, they have to take care of the basketball. Clarksville's going to get even more aggressive on the defensive end, and Paoli's just going to have to do a better job of just taking care of the basketball and not being strong with the ball. When they get the ball down low, or just their passes have to be more crisp.
Paoli with possession of it. Vernon works it up into the front court, and now Paoli will set with possession of it, leading by 3. Vernon still with the dribble alive. They're looking to double team. She gets it to Peyton. Peyton lobs it back to Vernon. Vernon has Clarksville in a scramble defense. Out front, Sapien with it. Gets it back over to Vernon. They're trapping all over the court. Get it to Peyton. She's in the far corner. And what do we got? A bump and a foul. As Peyton with it, she got bumped, and the foul is given on Clarksville. Oh, it's on Nash in the vicinity. And I think that's going to be on her, and that's a big one.
Yeah, that's her fourth.
Her fourth, team second. Give it over to Paoli. Clarksville again will look to trap. Paoli has to be strong with the basketball. Vernon out front, dribbles away from the double team momentarily. Gets it over to Zappian, and she traveled trying to avoid that double team. And that's 9 turnovers against Paoli.
If Paoli can avoid it, they really need to keep the ball off the sidelines, because that sideline action is the third defender, and they're able to trap out of that.
Quickly the other way. Nash spins to the lane. Shot no good. White with the offensive rebound and puts it back up and in. Just nothing that Paoli can do with her when she establishes in the lane there. 36-35 the score. Under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Vernon across the timeline. She's going to go to the bucket and lay it up and in. Clarksville never did stop the basketball, and Vernon got right to the bucket. An easy 2 that time. 2:35 to go in the ball game now. 38-35. Paoli up by 3. Clarksville, they've got the basketball. Left side, Nash with it. She brings it out to Lewis at the top of the key. Thought about the 3. Now to Raggard. Down low they go to White. White powers it up and in. Berger, good defensive possession, but just not big enough and strong enough to shut that player down. Paoli, they've got it in a world of hurt again in backcourt as Vernon spins away from a double team. And we've got a collision at the midcourt stripe, and a block going to be called on Clarksville as they tried to shut her down on the sideline, but Watts was not there in time.
And that'll be Watts' fourth foul.
2:07 to go in the ball game. 1 point lead for Paoli. This one will go right down to the wire. Maddie Vernon. She's trying to get her breath now, kind of flexing that right knee as well. All right, Vernon, she steps out of bounds to do the honors, has it, slaps it, looking, still looking, 5 count on, and a 5 count violation, and that will turn it over to Clarksville. That was just before Coach Aaron Key was going to take that timeout. So Paoli turns it over. Clarksville down by 1. They've got the ball back. Paoli sets in their 2-3. They will look to get it to White. On the baseline, they go to Watts, and she went over the top of Zappian, who got to the baseline, shut it down, and drew the charge. That'll be a turnover, their 13th of the night, and give it back over to Paoli. That foul on Watts, that was her 4th, and team 4. Paoli, length of the court to go, facing full court pressure. Hannon with it. She's in there playing with 4 fouls for Paoli. Quickly in the front court. They lob it down to Berger. Berger shot up and just did trickle off on her as they got her an open look underneath. Rebound, Clarksville's got it. They run the other way. Raggart takes 3, drives it to the baseline, and now we got a whistle and a foul. And this one will go on Vernon, as they say she had a hand on and was preventing her from driving around. That with 1:37 to go in the ball game. Clarksville, Raggart will step out of bounds. She'll do the honors to the left of the bucket. Lobs it into Nash at the volleyball spike line. Paoli sets in their half court. Are they man-to-man or are they in the zone? Looks like a zone. Down low, they get it to White. White powers the shot up. No good, but a whistle and a foul. And she will go to the free throw line. Berger trying to stand her ground as best she could. She got called for the foul.
That's Gracie's 3rd foul. But that's going to be the 5th foul on Paoli. So Clarksville will be shooting free throws the rest of the game.
White's free throw, front rim, off the glass, and out. No good. Mentioned that Clarksville has some issues at the free throw line. White, 44% on the year. She can tie it if she makes the second. Free throw up and good. She got one of the 2, and we are tied at 38 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Paoli drives it the other way. Vernon down the sideline, gets it off to Zappian, and have we got another foul? I believe so, as Lewis this time may have got stuck with the reach-in foul. Yes, that'll be the foul call.
And that's going to be her 4th foul.
If you playing for Clarksville, if you don't have 4, you're not in the club.
That's going to put Zappian at the line. That's going to put Paoli at the line for the rest of the game. So both teams are in the bonus now for the rest of the game.
Zappian, free throw on the way. No good. She's had a number of opportunities tonight. Has not been able to cash in on very many of them. All right, Zappian, if she makes this one, can put Paoli back out in front by 1. With 1:18 to go in the ball game. Zappian's second free throw is up and good. Got that one straight through. All right, Paoli's up 1, 39-38. Clarksville has the basketball. They're across the timeline. They get it down low to Watts. Watts, and she is bumped into. She was all alone initially, and Berger came racing over to her and bumped into her, and the foul is called on Gracie. That's 4 on Gracie. Okay. So she's only got 1 more to give. Or really none to give. All right, to the line. Aaliyah Watts, 53% on the year. Free throw up and no good. Paoli leading by 1, 39-38 your score with 1:10 to go in the ball game. Substitution, Burkhead will go out for Paoli. Hannon will check back in. Watts ready for the second. It's on the way, and that one too hard. No good. Berger the rebound for Paoli. Good strong rebound by the freshman. In backcourt, Zappian with it. Zappian splits the double team. She's in the front court, leaves it off for Payton. Close in shot, no good. Berger, the follow is no good, but she is fouled and will go to the free throw line. Paoli had 2 point-blank looks that just did not go. So that foul. Another one.
That's on White. That's her 4th.
Yeah, she had 3 in the first quarter.
She played with 3 fouls for a long time.
Yes. All right, Gracie Berger shooting 2 free throws. First on the way is good. back rim, off the glass, straight up in the air and through, just like you draw it up. Oh, you're going to need a break here or there. Berger back to the free throw line again. Bennett one more time, eyes the bucket. Free throw on the way is too hard, no good, and Nash runs down the rebound for Clarksville. Nash in a hurry the other way. She's going to try and bull her way to the bucket. Could not get there. Got it back out front. Lewis, a three on the way is no good. Burkhead runs down the rebound for Paoli. Pass over to Vernon, and a quick timeout going to be taken by Paoli. Lady Rams up 44 seconds to go. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
44 seconds left, 40-38 the score. Paoli on top. Let's talk strategy again. What's Paoli got to do?
They've got to take care of the basketball at this point, and they've also got to make some free throws because Clarksville's definitely going to, if they don't get steals, they're going to have to foul.
All right. Paoli, length of the court to go. They get it into front court. Payton with it. Back out to Zappian. Zappian dribble alive, and they're going to come out and foul her in a hurry, thinking that she might be the one they want to send to the line. That foul is going to be on Raggard, and I think she is one of the few that had fouls to give.
That's her fourth now.
All right, Zappian, she was just up there a minute ago. 1 out of 2 last trip, is that right?
Yep.
All right. Paoli up by 2, 35 seconds to go. Zappian on the line. First on the way is good. Let's see, replay that one. Left rim, right rim, around the front, and then through. It hit every bit of that rim before it went through, and Paoli's up 41-38. 35 seconds to go is Zappian. Second on the way. That one too hard, no good. Ball kicked out of bounds, and they say last touched by Paoli. It'll stay with Clarksville there. Paoli falls back defensively, leading by 3. 34 seconds to go now. Left side, Nash has it out to Lewis. Lewis is going to drive in, leans in, shot off the glass is no good. Burkhead rebound for Paoli, wrestles it away from Lewis, and a reach-in foul going to be called as Lewis trying to get that jump ball called because Clarksville would get the alternating possession. She did not get the call, and she is upset for an obvious reason.
That is her 5th foul, so their main driver and ball handlers going to have to go sit down the last 23.7 seconds.
Have they told the bench that it's 5 fouls? Now they do. They're going to take all of the 60 seconds that they've got. Clarksville, not a deep team. They only dressed 8 tonight. And now Lewis, who was the one cheating more than anything, the reason why Clarksville was victorious over Paoli last year, she will foul out of the ball game. And that will bring Ava Pendleton into the ball game. If nothing else, Clarksville gets really big now. 2 girls at about 5'11" to 6 foot. But the ball handling goes out with Lewis going to the bench. Burkhead now ready at the free throw line. 71% on the year. Big free throws here. First up and good. That's a big one. It makes it a 2-possession ball game in favor of Paoli with just 23 seconds left in the game. 42-38 is your score. Burkhead ready to step up there again. Second free throw. It's on the way, and that one good. Front rim, back rim, off the glass and through. And a quick timeout taken by Clarksville. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call today and tell us that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
All right, situation is this. 23.7 seconds is all that is left. Paoli just got 2 free throws from Terriana Burkhead to take a 5-point lead at 43-38. Clarksville, they took the timeout, and they've got the length of the court to go. They're going to look for something quick. Their 3-point threat is Kylie Raggard, a 5'5 sophomore. They get it into Nash. Raggard now with it. She's going to launch 3, right side, no good. Ball kicked off of Paoli out of bounds. It took a funny kick off of the rim, and Vernon, trying to reach up and get it behind her, actually tipped it out of bounds. So it stays with Clarksville. They get it into Nash. Nash going to drive in, leans in. Shot in the lane is no good. Ball loose. Shot up again, this time by Watts, is no good. White follows. It would not fall for her, but she is bumped and fouled and will go to the free throw line. They had just compacted that Paoli defense so far under the bucket that if the ball bounced out at all, they were going to be in position to get it.
Well, and the size advantage at this point really makes a difference, too.
All right, White up there, 5'11", just a sophomore. Free throw up and good. Cool, calm, and collected, knocks down the first, make it a 43-39 score. She can get it back to a one-possession ball game here, but there's just 7.5 seconds left. White bounces one more time. Free throw on the way is spins out, no good. Berger the rebound, and she is shoved in the back, and an intentional foul is called. She was pushed hard after she came down with that rebound. I don't know if it was frustration on the part of Pendleton or what. She knew they wanted to foul, but you just can't push like that in the back, and that will put Berger on the line for 2, and Paoli will get the ball after that. Berger to shoot a couple of free throws. First on the way is no good. Stays at a 4-point ball game, 43-39. Paoli's on top. Berger ready for the second. You're looking for insurance points here. Free throw on the way is up and good. Got the second, makes it a 5-point advantage, 44-39, and Coach Aaron Key, he's going to take a timeout. We will do the same. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
The holiday season can be demanding enough without having to also plan year-end investment and tax strategies. Raymond James Financial Advisors, Jamie Sullivan and Jenny Baker, can help make it easier, freeing you up to spend more time with loved ones and less time concerned about finances. Please call 812-849-2670, located in Mitchell, to get started. Wishing you and yours a happy, healthy holiday season and a prosperous new year. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated. Member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC. Life well planned.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat Low-Fill Insulation System makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat Insulation System by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
Well, situation is this right now. 6 seconds left in the ball game, and Paoli is up by 5. The intentional foul got Paoli 1 of 2 free throws made, and now they've got the length of the court to go where that foul occurred. Hannon steps out of bounds, brings it inbounds. It's deflected, but it went right back to Hannon, who got inbounds real quick And that's the way that this one's going to end as she gets over to Vernon. And Paoli survives the 44-39 encounter with Clarksville. A physical ball game, to say the least. A game which neither team was wanting to come up on the short end, so to speak. Paoli, though, able to battle to the end, and they win it 44-39. We'll take a break. We'll start adding things up. Come back. We'll get Coach Aaron Key in for a few comments as Paoli, they improve to 3-6 on the year. Clarksville falls to 3-9. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Well, it wasn't easy, and at times it wasn't real pretty. But a win is a win, and Paoli, the Lady Rams, will take that, as they came away with really a gutsy type of performance tonight against a very physical, very energized Clarksville team. The final was 44-39. Well, we are ready to begin the post-game show, and that is always sponsored by Buddy's Food and Fuel on North Gospel Street in Paoli. Taking a look at tonight's ball game, we had, 3 ties, 1 lead change in the first half. Second half, we had 3 ties and 4 lead changes. Paoli, they got out in front. Well, let's go back to first quarter. It was basically a seesaw kind of game. Clarksville would score, Paoli would score. We were tied at 2, 4, and 6 in that first quarter, and we wound up tied at 6 at the end of 1 quarter of play. Late part of the first quarter into about the midway point of that second quarter of play, that's when Paoli had their best stretch of the night, as they went from down 6-4 late in the first quarter. They tied it there at 6, and then they went out and ran off on 10 straight points and built an 8-point lead at 14-6. Second quarter, for the most part, early on, Clarksville, the only points they were able to get because they were missing so many shots was at the free throw line. They got a couple of free throws. The second one got them back within 9 at 17-8. Paoli, at that point in time, goes cold from the field. Clarksville starts to heat up a little bit. They close the margin down to just 2 at the end of that first half of play. It was 18-16 after the first 2 quarters. The two teams in that third quarter of play, you can tell it was going to be a dogfight to the end, as Paoli came out, got the first 2 of the second half, got up by 4, but then Clarksville, they go on a bit of a run as they outscore Paoli 6-2 to tie it at 22. Clarksville would get their first lead in a long time at 24-23, and that was a point where Clarksville, they knocked down a three to take that lead. Paoli came down, next possession, made a three to recapture the lead. Clarksville, the next trip down, responds with a three of their own, and they're back out in front 27-26. And then Paoli, a couple of trips later, they got another three to go up 29-27. They were knocking down big shots, pressure shots through the latter stages of that third quarter of play. Paoli would finish the third quarter on a 5-0 run, and they led it 31-27 after three. Through the fourth quarter, the two teams battling basically even. Clarksville got back to an even score at tied at 33, and that was actually not our last tie, but it was close. We were tied again at 38 each before Paoli was finally able to poke their head out in front at good as they made just enough free throws down the stretch to stretch it out to a 5-point advantage at 44-39. Rebounding battle, that was won tonight by Clarksville. Paoli, they battled it as best they could. But Clarksville, the bigger team, and they out-rebounded Paoli by a margin of 38-31. Turnovers, that was about even, a difference of 3 between the two teams, as Clarksville turned it over 13 times and Paoli turned it over 10. Now, your final once again on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard was Paoli 44 and Clarksville 39. We'll take a break, come back, and we'll get some of the stats and get Coach Aaron Key in for a few comments. You're listening to Lady Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
If there's one thing we all share, it's that our lives are all unique. At Raymond James, we believe that's worth celebrating because financial planning isn't just about numbers and figures. It's about creating the life you envision. So whether you're building a future or preparing for retirement, a Raymond James financial advisor can guide you each step of the way. To learn more, call financial advisors Jamie Sullivan or Jenny Baker at 812-849-2670. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Well, Lady Rams of Paoli, victorious, 44-39. Good defensive effort tonight. You were just telling me that Clarksville only has 3 players score tonight.
Yep, they were all in double figures, but they only had 3 players that scored.
Just go ahead and let's do some of the shooting and individual scoring stats.
Okay. In the second half, Paoli in the third quarter, they were 2 out of 9 on 2-point field goals for 22%. They were 2 out of 5 on 3-point field goals in that third quarter for 40%. And they were 3 out of 4 at the free throw line for 75%. Clarksville in that third quarter was 3 out of 7 on twos for 43%. They were 1 out of 5 on threes for 20%. And they were 2 out of 6 from the free throw line for 33%. In that fourth quarter, Paoli was 2 out of 7 from 2-point range for 29%. They were 1 out of 2 from 3 for 50%. And they were 6 out of 10 at the free throw line. And a lot of those free throws were big free throws when it counted down the stretch there. And Burkhead really stepped up there and hit those 2, and she stepped up like she meant to hit those. Yep. And so 60% for Paoli from the free throw line in the second half. For Clarksville in the fourth quarter, they were 4 out of 14 on 2-point field goals for 29%, 0 for 3 on threes, and 4 out of 12 from the free throw line for 33%. In the second half, Paoli was 4 out of 16 on twos for 25%. They were 3 out of 7 from three-point range for 43%. They were 9 out of 14 from the free throw line for 64%. Clarksville was 7 out of 21 in that second half for 33% from two-point range. They were 1 out of 8 from three for 13%. And from the free throw line, where you'd mentioned several times that they'd struggled, they were 6 out of 18 for 33%.
Coach Aaron Key on his way up tonight to give us some comments. We'll go ahead and take one last break, get him in. You're listening to Lady Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Need a quick bite or cold drink or fuel for the road? Head to Betty's Food and Fuel, right across from Walmart at 656 North Gospel Street in Paoli. We're locally owned and operated and open Monday through Saturdays from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 6 to 10 p.m. Enjoy competitive gas, daily food specials, a hot deli, fresh wraps, salads, and cold sandwiches. Need an ATM or lottery ticket? We have both. Find us on Facebook at Betty's Food and Fuel. For questions, call 812-203-0227. Betty's Food and Fuel, the one-stop shop.
Well, back at Paoli High School in the auxiliary gymnasium, where tonight the Lady Rams of Paoli, they've come away with a 44-39 hard-fought win over the Lady Generals of Clarksville. Coach Aaron Key joins us now, and Coach, that was a physical up and down the court ball game.
It was. Clarksville plays so hard. Their guards are really aggressive, and they're really strong. You know, good, strong, stocky girls, and then inside the white girl. She's a load inside, and it looked like, they had a pretty good night. But I thought it was a complete team effort. We had to get a little bit tougher.
Yep.
They challenged them a couple of times. They were getting some loose balls, and we came out after that timeout to finish the second half, and I felt like we started to get some loose balls. We started to get the rebounds, and then it was really good to hit pressure free throws at the end as well. So it was a complete team effort. I thought everybody contributed tonight, and we couldn't have did it without each and every one of the girls sitting on the bench.
Well, what I was thinking leading into that question was, Clarksville, they played hard, but there was no giving in on the part of the Paoli girls. They were out there scrapping just as hard.
Right, and our girls have played hard every game too.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing people keep saying. The girls are playing really hard, but again, I thought we were getting out tough there in that third quarter when they made that little run. But way to close it out, and I'm very proud of the girls. We hadn't did this all year. Our goal was to attempt 3 charges. We got 3 charges tonight, and Breeza took 2 of them, which was really big for her because to step in there like that and, to take the brunt of that, the other end, those girls were really driving hard. So that was really big. Kaylin took a big charge, and, I thought we did a really good job of getting their girls in foul trouble, especially that first half, and that played into it the second half as well.
It was, like you say, a total team effort, especially you look primarily, or I do, at the offensive end. You had any number of girls that stepped up and made shots. I know Addie Payton made one. Maddie Vernon made one. Hannon made several. And then when it came down to the end, you need a rebound, and Berger's making a play and getting you a rebound. It was a total team effort. Everybody had a hand in it.
Yeah, and it was. And I thought we did a really good job, especially at the end when they started trapping getting the ball to the middle and then attacking on the back end. And we missed some layups that would have extended that game a little bit easier for us. But at the end of the day, we made the right passes. We trusted our teammates. But like you said, Maddie and Addie hit big threes tonight. Gracie played well at both ends. I thought she got in foul trouble, which, she had her hands full tonight. I thought she battled the entire time. But she came back in after having to sit out and hit two really big free throws right there to help steal that. So, again, everybody contributed, and it was just a great team effort. And, we talked about how each one of those little things, if we wouldn't have done those tonight, we would have probably went in falling short, close but short. So I thought those little things, especially like those charges, really added to what we had to do to come away with the win tonight. And those were just toughness plays. And, the girls did those, stepped up and took those, and it was really good to see them be rewarded at the end.
And you and I talked in the pregame about defense and rebounding.
Yeah.
That was a much bigger ball club, and I had them out-rebounding you, but only by like 7.
Okay, well,
so that's not as bad as what it may have seemed.
It's not as bad, and I felt like we did give up a lot of second chance points that first half. But again, we weren't making contact with them. We were trying to out-jump them, and they had the size advantage, and so we got a lot more physical. But at the end, the foul trouble helped us. Got the big girl out. And then we came away with some big rebounds off of their missed free throws to seal this thing.
All right, got the win tonight after a few delays. Yeah. Now let's look forward. You got, Crothersville Thursday night, is that right, over there?
Crothersville, that'll be a varsity-only 7:30 start. So,
okay. Right.
We'll make the trip over there, and then we have our makeup game with Orleans next Monday. So, again, a big week for us, hopefully we'll go over and play well, get another win at Crothersville, and then carry that momentum into a big conference matchup with Orleans, who's having a good season.
All right. We will talk to you before the Thursday night game over there.
Okay.
Against
thanks, guys.
Crothersville. Thanks again, Coach. All right, Coach Aaron Key of Paoli. As the Lady Rams of Paoli, they get the win tonight, 44-39. That was your final on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Paoli with the win improves to 3-6 on the year. Their next game will be Thursday night over at Crothersville. It's a varsity only, but the situation is they've got a boys C-team game before the girls, so they will go at the regular time of about 7:30. That's next for Paoli. As far as Clarksville, the Lady Generals, they will next be in action Thursday night as they host the Scottsburg Warriorettes. We get ready to wrap things up. Chris, did we get through all the stats, get everything we needed to know?
Just the second half or the game total shooting, I don't know if I got through those with Paoli. Paoli was 10 out of 31 from two-point range for the game for 32%. They were 4 out of 14 from three for 29%. And they were 12 out of 23 at the free throw line for 52%. But 9 out of 14 in the second half. So
Yep. Made them when they
needed
to.
They made those free throws. And then for Clarksville in the second half, for the game, they were 14 out of 41 from two for 34%. They were 1 out of 13 from three-point range for 8%. And at the free throw line where they really struggled, they were 8 out of 28 for the game for 29%. Individually, Paoli put 2 players in double figures tonight. Breeza Zappian had 11, and Maddie Vernon had 11. Grace Berger had a really good game going against a very, very strong inside player. She had 8 points for the game. Hit some big free throws down the stretch. Kaylin Hannon had 7 points. Addie Payton had 5. Addie only hit a couple of shots, but she had a lot of open looks, and a lot of the shots she took were good shots. They just weren't falling tonight. And then Terriana Burkhead had 2 points, but that was those 2 free throws in the fourth quarter that were huge. On the other side for Clarksville, they only put 3 players in the scoring column. They were all 3 in double figures. They were led in scoring tonight by Kendra White with 18 points. She had a big fourth quarter with 9 points in that fourth quarter. 11 points from Terriana Lewis and 10 points for Micaiah Nash, and that rounded out the scoring. So the final score tonight was 44-39. Paoli, a very hard-fought win here tonight, and I thought the girls played really hard, and they were resilient against a much bigger team, a much stronger team in several areas, and they battled them all night long.
Yep. And if you're going to come out and help us with a ball game, you might as well make it an entertaining one, and that's what this one was. Very entertaining tonight.
It was for sure, and there was a lot of action. There was a lot of shots. It was just a good fun basketball game to watch.
Yep. In the final, the home team, the Lady Rams of Paoli, they get the win. 44-39 was your final. Well, we want to thank everyone for tuning in with us tonight. Thanks to the sponsors, as usual, getting us on air all year long. And we want to say a special thanks out to Melissa Wall back at the station. She was the one turning the dials and making sure everything was going right, and it wound up doing that tonight. Again, your final, Paoli, the Lady Rams, a 44-39 win over the Lady Generals of Clarksville. Good night, everybody.
This coverage of high school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME has been made possible by our incredible community sponsors: Binder Lumber, Buddy's Food and Fuel, Cave and Cal Car Quarries, Gilman Scott Funeral Home, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, In Focus Eye Care, Jeremy Payton Edward Jones, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC and Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, Paoli Health and Living Community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summers Singles Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Springer Insurance, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation. Thanks for supporting local athletes, local schools, and local radio. This has been Mix 95.3 WUME, your home for local sports.